battle. Mark, we're going to take about 10 more minutes and we're going to take some questions. Do you have anything? I'm going to let you take the program over. Whatever you got, go ahead, and as long as you need to take, just whatever the Lord's got in your heart tonight, speak on, brother.
Well, look, let's just go over some headlines here real quick. We talked about that one right there. Yeah, this is what I was telling you about right here. The Michigan governor, using old laws to skirt the Supreme Court, Democrat Michigan governor reissues mask order and gathering limits under new authority.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable,
yeah.
Man. Unbelievable. Let's see here. Right, here's the one we didn't talk about, Chris, right here. Okay, so they're going to do D-class, right?
Right.
Okay, so this is from Sean Davis. Multiple senior U.S. intelligence officials told FDR-LST that CIA Director Gina Haspel has repeatedly lied to the White House about the status of key Russiagate documents and is personally banking on a Trump loss in November to keep key documents hidden. This is how scared they are right now, guys. There is panic in D.C. like you would not believe.
Absolutely.
So, people are saying, well, why did Trump put her in there? Trust the plan.
Right.
Trust the plan. Was it to allow her to go in there and to expose things or to expose her? Could be. We're going to find out.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Yeah, Chief of Staff Mark Meadows announces President Trump has requested declassification of critical Spygate documents, including Danchenko interviews. That was today by the Gateway Pundit. It's coming, guys. It is coming. This is the one you were talking about, I think, today. When was this? This was October 4th, yesterday. This is from New York Post.
Yep.
Today, Pope Francis used COVID as an excuse to denounce capitalism and call for a new global economic order that rejects individual property and focuses on the common good. In short, the Pope called for a new world order. Guys, look, I know there's a lot of Catholics out there. We love you guys. We love you Catholics. But if you're going to a Catholic church, I want you to remember something. You still fall under the headship of this Pope.
Yep.
This is where you have to be careful of the headship of the authority above you. This man is placing curses, Chris, like you would not believe right now. So just be careful, guys. We love you. Just be careful.
Absolutely.
Right here, we had a migrant caravan of 2,000 Hondurans heading to the U.S. despite the COVID-19 threat. The route crossed the border, pushing past outnumbered Guatemalan police and soldiers. Come on. Are you buying that?
No.
I'm not buying that.
No.
I'm not buying that for 1 minute. Let's see here. Oh yeah, here was the one I was telling you about. All right, I'll just read this real quick. This guy and his wife stay in hotels up to 4 days a week. For over the last month, we've noticed hotels are filled with thugs. These are not cheap hotels. Biltmore, Chinese Garden, etc. I asked the concierge at Biltmore Hotel, why are they so many thugs in the hotel? She whispered that her friends in the hotels were saying the same thing. Many hotels are filled with primarily thug-like people, the way they dress, behave, all this kind of stuff. They're visiting from other cities and places around the country. Expensive hotels, other cities' most expensive hotels are filled with thugs from out of town. The hotel manager candidly told me, managers across the nation feel something is brewing. So that was it. Yeah, he said, because he asked one of the guys, he said he responded, changing the world. If you look at the comments down here on that one thread right there, there's other people, multiple sources saying, look, we're seeing the same thing here. We travel, we're seeing the same thing here. Something strange is going on here. All right.
Yep.
And then this is what we didn't get to cover, I guess, right after the debate, or during the debate, I should say. Hillsong Church accidentally posts.
Yes, thank you.
They just mute Trump's microphone during the debate.
Talk about that.
Hillsong. Let's talk about that.
Pedophile
during the presidential
song.
debate. Yep. During the presidential debate last night, President Donald Trump and Joe Biden, the Hillsong Church staffer, apparently forgot to log out of the mega church's official Twitter account after he had already gone to Twitter and posted, can't they just mute Trump's microphone? He's coming across as such a bully, no respect for him. Sorry. This tweet was then quickly deleted, but not before other social media users took screenshots of the tweet. Shortly afterward, Hillsong had to do damage control and quickly apologize for the mishap. This is the Australian Hillsong.
Yep.
here's the thing. I got to read this. This is just galls my hind end, man.
Go ahead.
The Australian-based charismatic church stated that a staff member accidentally posted on the Hillsong account personal comments about the U.S. presidential debate. Hillsong, listen to this now. Hillsong does not comment on partisan politics and apologizes. The statement continued. These comments do not represent the views of Hillsong Church.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do. Christian actor.
Yeah, they do.
Christian actor and conservative commentator Candace Cameron Bure, known for her role in Netflix's Fuller House, responded to the apology. Oof, she wrote. Okay, so we can go on with that. Now, here's my point to this. These guys, you just said it right here. Personal comments. Hillsong does not comment on partisan politics. Huh? What's wrong with that statement? Which side are you on?
Exactly.
Whose side are you on, guys? I mean, look. You can't ride the fence, Chris. The devil owns the fence.
Sounded sort of partisan to me, Mark. If
Sounded
they were
sort of partisan
complaining
to me.
about Trump, I mean, if they were complaining about him, where was the tweet out about Biden's view on abortion and Biden's view and everything else he was talking about? Where was their view? Where was their view about the corruption of his son Hunter Biden in the Ukraine? Where's the view about Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's open border policy and their policy to destroy this country through communism and capital and basically trashing everything about America and trashing the police? Where is the tweet?
Where was the comment about us? Don't they from Australia?
Yes.
They just said Australia, did they not?
Yeah.
Okay, isn't Australia literally hanging in the balance right now as well?
It's hanging in the balance as well, Mark.
Australia, why aren't you out there on the front lines commenting on that stuff?
Exactly. Keep
Fighting for your country.
Business.
This is what's wrong with the church today, brother.
Yeah, just keep your nose out of our business, Hillsong, and we could care less what you think about Trump because we like him. We love him over here.
Look, again, where are they on the abortion issues?
Nowhere
to be found. They don't want to offend anyone because that might hurt their tithes and offerings.
Well, I've heard all sorts of ungodly stuff about Hillsong and some of the trafficking and the pedophilia that's going on in that organization, and I'm not going to get into that tonight, but I will tell you this. It's sort of wickedly hypocritical for such an organization of that demeanor to even say anything about the President of the United States. But you know something? I hope they get exposed top to bottom. I do. I hope this whole thing comes crashing down. And I want to say that one of their leaders got into some trouble here recently, and I didn't research that, and I should have. I'll save that for the award-winning Solid Gold Afterthought tonight that Taylor stays up for. The only night he stays up during the week is Monday nights, so he can listen to the Afterthought program that'll be on the replay show tonight. Folks, we're glad you're with us on this live Monday Night Spiritual Smackdown. One thing I want to mention before I go, Mark, on one story I want to cover. Amy Coney Barrett, since we've talked, President Trump's got her out there. All indications are that this week or next, McConnell, Graham, Tillis, all of them, even Tom Tillis, who's got the COVID virus, he's in quarantine, but he said he'll be out. He said, I'm going to vote for her. I think they're going full steam ahead with this Supreme Court justice, brother. I think by the 15th, 20th, we're going to have a new Supreme Court on that bench. I do. I think we're going to have.
I say take the vote.
Take a vote now.
Why even have all this? Just take the vote.
They've already confirmed that. Let me ask you that. So that's what I heard too. It's because they've already went through the process. They really don't have to go through this hearing if they didn't want to, right?
I think it was Sidney Powell who tweeted it out.
I think she did. Yeah, take the vote.
Just take the vote.
So I hope Mitch is listening to Sidney Powell and listening to Monday Night Spiritual Smackdown because it would do him good if he did. Hey, folks, listen to me. If you got some questions for me or Mark, go ahead and start putting them in. Look, go ahead.
Yeah,
Mark.
Start putting them in. I want to just say one more thing here, okay? Before we get into the questions here, all right? I want to encourage everybody with this. You know, back in 2011, God had me write the Army of God speech, and I wasn't sure at the time why God was having me do that. And now I realize I do, because again, even waiting 2011 to now, we're at the critical juncture of this fight right now, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
And so now God is saying, this is what this was made for right now. Because things could get dark between now and the election or right after the election, Chris. So I want to encourage people, if you don't have a copy of it, go to my website at swordrescue.com, SORDrescue.com,
Yes.
and look for the Army of God speech. Print it off. Keep it around your house. When things look dark, read it out loud to your family. Because we are about to embark upon something, Chris, that is never been seen in the history of man right now.
Yeah.
In this fight. So
Right.
if you don't mind, I'm going to read it to everybody right
Take
now.
off.
That way, if nothing
Go
else,
ahead.
they got an audio of it
Go
right
ahead.
here. But,
Go ahead,
please don't look. I got a one-page website, guys. Just scroll down to the bottom of the page. Don't send me an email looking for it because it's right there. It's the Army of God speech. All right. So, Supreme Headquarters, Department of Spiritual Warfare, from the Supreme Commander to the Army of God, Heaven's Invading Expeditionary Forces. Apostles, prophets, evangelists, preachers, and teachers, men and women of the Army of God. You are about to embark upon a great crusade towards which we have striven since all of creation. The eyes of the world and all of heaven are upon you. The hopes and prayers of liberty-loving people everywhere march with you. In company with our brothers and sisters in arms on other fronts, you will bring about the destruction of the satanic war machine, the elimination of the demonic tyranny over the oppressed peoples of the earth, and security for ourselves and a free world. Your task will not be an easy one. Your enemy is well trained, well equipped, and battle hardened. He will fight savagely. But now is the time. Much has happened since the demonic triumphs of years past. The body of Christ have inflicted upon the demonic great defeats in the spiritual and natural realms. Our spiritual offensive has seriously reduced their strength in the air and their capacity to wage war on the ground. I have given you an overwhelming superiority in weapons for your warfare and placed at your disposal great reserves of trained fighting men and women from the body of Christ. The tide has turned. The free men and women of my army are marching together to victory. I have full confidence in your courage, devotion to duty, and skill in battle. We will accept nothing less than full victory. For this is a great and noble undertaking, and the victory is yours. Your Supreme Commander, God. If you do not have a copy of that, guys, you need to get a copy of that from that website. It's free. Print it off. Read it to your family when things start looking dark, or read it to yourself. It will help encourage you. This is telling you this was what this speech was made for, was right now. We are about to embark upon this right now. So, Chris,
Good
back to you, buddy.
stuff. But no, Mark, thank you.